Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Hello everyone, this is Mr. Frost and today I'm going to have a 15-minute conversation with Maya about my goals, my dreams and how I want to shape my future. I believe that success does not happen by enhance. It requires planning, discipline and continuous self-improvement. Today I want to explore how I can become a better version of myself. So let's begin, Maya. Hello Maya, how are you?
Hi, what's up?
Good. Uh,
Cool. What's going on with you today?
If you or someone wants to improve your life, achieve something big, then watch the conversion till end. This question might help you think seriously about your journey. So today I want to deep discussion with about my goals, my mindset, and steps should we take achieve success. Let's start to meaningful conversion with Maya. Hello Maya.
Hey, Gordon. That sounds really interesting. Setting aside time to map out your goals and mindset is a good call. What's been on your mind lately that's made you want to focus on this right now?
My first question: how can I clearly understand what really want in life instead of following what others expect for me?
That's huge, right? So many people get caught in what feels expected instead of figuring out what they actually want. A couple things come to mind. One is that true clarity rarely comes from thinking your way through it. It comes from experimenting and actually doing things that might light you up. Not huge commitments, just small tests of things you're curious about. The other piece is really untangling your own emotional responses. Like when you picture yourself doing something that society says is impressive, how does it actually make you feel inside? Not proud, not accomplished, but genuinely in your gut. Because sometimes what looks good on paper doesn't resonate at all.
Good. So, what methods can help me set powerful goals that match my abilities and dreams?
I think the key is framing goals as experiments, not commitments. Instead of, I will become a doctor, try and kind of shadow a doctor for a week and see what the reality feels like. Or I'll take an intro coding course to explore if this appeals to me. That lowers the pressure, lets you gather real data, and makes failure a learning step instead of a defeat. Another thing is to map your abilities, what genuinely energizes you versus drains you, then look for the overlap with things that feel meaningful, not just impressive. Also,
Oh, nice. So, what kind of daily routine should I follow if I want to become highly productive?
I keep making mistakes during this process. What I meant to say was, what could a daily routine look like, not show life law? I'm still learning to understand you perfectly. But to your question about a productive routine, the thing that actually moves the needle is building blocks that compound over time rather than trying to cram everything in. So, a really simple routine would be maybe 20 minutes of deep work on your most important task first thing, plus a small habit like 5 minutes of journaling to clear your head. Then your days build on these tiny wins rather than getting derailed by an endless to do list. It's not about doing more, it's about making the most of your energy when it matters most.
Nice. So, how can I train my mind to think positively even during stressful situation? What are the key correlation that spared successful people from average people?
You mean correlations and spread, right? I'm still working on translating everything perfectly. But that's a good combo of questions. For positive thinking during stress, a few things seem to work. One first, noticing when you're spiraling, recognizing the pattern of negative thoughts before they take over, then having a go to reset, a physical one like deep breathing or mental one like gratitude journaling. The correlation between successful people, mm, not positive thinking. Of course. Anything else you're thinking about today?
Good. So how can I improve my learning speed and understand new skills more effectively?
Okay. So I think learning isn't just about putting in hours, it's about how you structure those hours. One thing that really helps is active recall. Instead of passively rereading, test yourself constantly. Like read a page, then look away and try to write down everything you just read from memory. It's brutal, but effective. Another is spaced repetition. Review material at increasing intervals. There are apps for that now too. But honestly, the biggest thing is linking new info to stuff you already know. Our brains connect better when things fit into existing mental models.
Good. So what role does consistency play in achieving big life goals?
Massive role, honestly. It's the difference between most dreams staying just that and actually happening. Like, consistency isn't about dramatic changes, it's about tiny daily habits that build up almost invisibly. Like, I'm not saying you need to become the world's most amazing runner overnight, just a daily walk that gets a bit longer each week. Consistency gives momentum, but it doesn't feel like you're always starting from zero. The challenge is making habits so small and boring they're impossible to fail at.
Good. What strategies can help me build a strong communication and leadership skills?
For communication, active listening is king, which actually means not talking as much, really focusing on understanding before responding. Leadership isn't just giving orders, it's about building genuine connection with people. Start small by focusing on empathy, really trying to understand other people's perspectives, not just waiting for your turn to speak. People buy into those who truly see them first. And don't underestimate the power of simple questions like, "What's your take on this?" or "How can I help?"
Nice. So how can I develop patience while working toward long-term achievements?
Passion isn't always some big lightning bolt moment, it often grows along the way. The main thing is curiosity. If you approach something as an explorer rather than someone who has to grind it out, it's way more likely to click. Also, find something meaningful about it, a way it helps someone else, a small piece you really enjoy. Then celebrate tiny wins. Don't wait for the finish line to feel good about progress. Momentum builds passion.
Good. So what are some smart ways to track my progress and measure improvement?
You mean ensure, right? Yeah,
Yes.
tracking's key, but not in some overwhelming spreadsheet way. For tangible skills, quantify them somehow. Like I wrote 500 words this week instead of I wrote some. For habits, use a simple habit tracker app. But the best thing, weekly reviews. Like Friday afternoon, look back and ask yourself, what worked this week? What didn't? What will I tweak next week? Those weekly resets prevent you from getting stuck in bad patterns.
Good. So how can I balance ambition with realistic expression expectation?
You mean imagination with realistic expectations? I'm picking up on some audio issues, so bear with me if I get things wrong sometimes. When it comes to balancing imagination with reality, I think the key is to dream big, but plan small. Like you can have this amazing vision for your life in 10 years, but then break it down into what can you do this week, this month,
Good. So what kind of
moves you toward that vision.
what kind of
I
sacrifice?
didn't catch that.
What
I'm
can I
still struggling with some audio. I'm not sure exactly.
what can I sacrifice are
Sorry, I
necessary to
missed
achieve extraordinary success?
what about guarding King's sacrifice? I'm not sure I quite caught that. Could you maybe say that one more time?
So how can I manage failure without losing my motivation?
That's the million-dollar question. The thing that separates people who bounce back from those who give up isn't avoiding failure, it's how they talk to themselves about it. If you beat yourself up, you're just reinforcing the message that you're somehow inadequate. Instead, treat it like data. What did I learn? What could I do differently next time? Also, don't underestimate the power of small wins after a setback. Do something easy where you can feel competent again to rebuild momentum.
Good. So, what daily reflection question should I ask myself for self improvement?
I love this. The most powerful reflection I've come across is just 3 questions at the end of the day. 1, what went well today and why? 2, what didn't go so well today and what can I adjust for tomorrow? 3, what one thing can I do tomorrow that would make everything else easier? Keep it simple. You don't want to spend hours journaling. Just quick, honest answers.
Great. So, what strategies can help my stay ahead in a competitive world?
I think being truly unique trumps any kind of generic hustle. What are you good at that almost nobody else can touch? Forget trying to be the best at everything. Focus on carving out your niche. Also, stay learning. Tech is changing fast. So the ability to adapt and acquire new skills is everything. But honestly, kindness and genuine connection go way further than you'd think. People remember who made them feel good, not who was the most aggressive.
Great. So, how can I make sure my action today with my future dreams?
Good question. I think about it like this. What's one tiny action I can take today that, if I did it consistently, would get me 1% closer to that future dream? It's not about grand gestures, it's about daily compounds. And keep that dream visible, a vision board, a daily reminder, whatever helps keep it top of mind. That way, even when life gets chaotic, you're always steering towards something meaningful.
Good. So, finally, what guiding principle should I follow throughout my journey towards success?
Gordon, you still there? Everything okay?
Yes. Okay. So, my last question. Finally, what guiding principle should I follow throughout my journey towards success?
I think the biggest one, and it sounds cheesy, but it's true, is to stay curious. The world's gonna throw curveballs at you. Stay curious. The world's gonna throw curveballs. Things will change. Your goals might shift, but if you stay curious about learning, adapting,
Hello,
and
Maya.
finding
Can
new
you hear me?
paths, you'll navigate it all. And don't be afraid to change course. Sometimes the biggest success comes from following unexpected detours.
Good, you
That
willing
was a really
us
great
to ask the
conversation.
question show
We
that are
thought through a lot
serious
of
about
important
your
stuff
future.
today.
Stay
Anything
consistent,
else I
stay
can help you with?
disciplined, and keep believing in your journey.